Talking to Juliana Pena from The Ultimate Fighter, Wednesday nights, 10 p.m. on Fox Sports 1. If you want to follow her on Twitter, at Venezuelan Vixen. And then The Ultimate Fighter finale, she'll be fighting for a UFC contract Saturday, November 30th on Fox Sports 1. Juliana, you know, when we have Ronda Rousey on, she always talks about all these creeps, and you're a hot chick who fights. So, you know, a lot of fight fans are those guys who, you know, they're guys who don't get laid and they have keyboard muscles. Do you get a lot of guys who, like, are they really creepy with you on Twitter and stuff like that? Because Ronda said guys are always talking about, like, you know, jerking off to her feet and, I mean, crazy shit like that. Do you get any of that kind of stuff?
Yeah, I do. It's been kind of weird. One guy told me yesterday that he wants to be the blood in my veins. And then, another guy on Twitter, like, shot me a picture of his wiener all hard with, like, a soda can right next to it and was like, oh, you handled yourself in the house, but I bet you can't handle this. And I'm like, whoa, my eyes are burning out of my skull. So it's funny. I laugh. I think it's
What's wrong? You don't like cans of soda?
Yeah.
Is that?
I don't think I'll drink a Sierra Mist again the same, though.
God, why did he have to pick such a pussy pop?
Yeah, he should have had, like, you know,
like Barks Root Beer,
Dr.
like
Pepper,
something manly, Coke, classic.
I prefer Coca-Cola. I know, I agree.
Dude, really, it's like all about, you know, impressions, first impressions, and you put it next to, like, this clear pussy.
Diet Sierra Mist.
Yeah. 10 calories.
Yeah, what the hell?
10. Juliana, how quick did you send him a DM after that?
I like what I see.
Yeah.
Well, he didn't get a follow, and I definitely didn't give him a DM. But I was thinking about it. I was like, that was pretty ballsy, no pun intended. Maybe I should, like, you know, see what this dude's all about. But I saw a couple pictures, and I wasn't interested.
Yeah. So you're not a size queen then. So you're willing to, you want to see other things. Like, you want to see, you know, more about the guy.
No, I'm not a size queen. It's not the size of the boat. It's the motion in the ocean. You know this, man.
That's true, but it doesn't hurt.
Dude, that's
it doesn't hurt
exactly what we said about Bill Gates last night.
Yep.
Right?
Did you hear about that, Juliana? Go ahead, Ryan.
No, what happened? What's up with Bill?
Well, Bill Gates gave away $1 million to people to, you know, come up with a more pleasurable condom. And we were talking about why Bill Gates is so obsessed with condoms. And, you know, we ended up talking about if Bill Gates had this, you know, perfect schlong, it's still attached to a nerd. Yeah. And nerds don't know how to, like, they're not graceful. You know, Bill Gates probably is the lead, like, but I can picture Harry Carey being the only person less graceful at sex than Bill Gates. And even the nicest penis wouldn't matter.
Holy cow. Holy cow.
Yeah. So, yeah. We're on the same page.
That's cool, though. I mean, I'm glad that Bill's, you know, venturing out into other things other than computers. That's pretty exciting.
Well, that's what's weird, Juliana. We said that Bill Gates realized that he's lost the war against Apple, so now he's worried about condoms. Like, he switched his focus because he knows I mean, come on, you can't beat the iPhone and the iPad and the, you know, all that stuff. So he's decided now, now I'm switching to condoms.
Sex sells. I think it's genius.
He hasn't fully switched over. He's not, like, done with computers, by the way. It's not like, it's not Bill Gates, like, condom maker now.
He's a smart man. He can work through businesses.
Yeah.
Joanna, when you beat that girl last week, you were saying that because you fought her another time, you said she stunk really bad. Does that happen a lot where, you know, like, someone will have you in a triangle and you get, like, a disgusting whiff and you're like, what the fuck?
Gross. No. No, well, I haven't noticed it, but only because I don't get stuck in triangles, you know, so that's not a spot where
no, I mean, like, when you're practicing, I'm not just talking about women, like, even guys, like, are you ever practicing and you're like, God, dude, take a shower?
No, all my training partners are very hygienic and they make sure that they smell really good for me.
That's good, because when I used to wrestle, and I suck, by the way, but everyone on my team got ringworm except for me. Because I would shower, I'd wear clean clothes. They would just throw their clothes in the bottom of the locker, you know, put them on, smell like shit, and I'd have to wrestle them. And, you know, I remember wrestling in tournaments, and the guys would stink like armpits and shit. And, like, that's kind of an advantage, I think, to smell like that, because I didn't want to put my head anywhere near them. And I think that gives you a huge advantage to be a disgusting fuck.
I think that's why I lost the first time. And maybe that's why I won the second time, because I told her fucking put some deodorant on.
And she actually did put on the deodorant?
I don't know if she did or not, but she didn't smell as bad as she did the first time.
What's her name? Sarah Morris, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, that's the stinky girl who probably won't make it into the UFC because she smells.
Yeah, it's not based on any of her skills or anything like that. It's just pretty much if you smell like shit or not.
Juliana, you seem like a fun chick. Let's say you and I were friends, right? And I said, Juliana, could I put you in a figure 4 leg lock? How would you react to that?
If you can, then yeah, I'm sure.
No. I don't mean like fight with you. I mean like the WWE style. Because like sometimes my brother Sam, who's on the show with me, we were at my apartment. I said, Sam, let me put you in a figure 4, and he got all mad. He's like, we're too old for that, and we're really not too old for that. But
we really are too old for that.
No, but Juliana sounds like the kind of person that would be cool, like messing around like that. And normal people have fun, right, Juliana?
Yeah, no, totally. Well, I'm trying to picture, like, because when I think of figure 4, I think of, like, body triangles or, like, figure 4 locks, what kind of figure 4 are we talking here?
Think about Ric Flair when he kind of does the old spin around and slams on his back as hard as he can.
Yeah.
No. And, another thing, I don't mess around with people unless they're, like, my training partners and I'm, like, in the gym, because one time I got my ass kicked on the street and I was like, I'll never fight a man again, seriously, and think that I'm going to win.
Why did you fight?
So
tell me that.
Like K me, and then I'd be done. So I don't like to mess around like that anymore. I don't like to roughhouse anymore.
Wait, how did you get into a fight with a guy on the street? What's that story?
Well, I was working as a supervisor at this pizza place, and there was this, like, little asshole who was always, like, not minding his own business, like, 80 psycho kid, and I'd always have to send him home. Well, anyways, like, a year later, I got a new job, and I was, like, the expediter, and so I would always go deliver all the food, and he was the fry cook, and I'm like, this fucking kid, are you kidding me? And he was always harassing me, always saying that I was one bitch that he'd lay down and not feel bad about it, and just constantly harassing me. And so one day, and the managers, I would be like, you guys, seriously, he won't stop. And they'd be like, Casey, you better knock it off. She'll knock you out. Hey, stop it. She'll choke you. So they would always like egg it on, And so finally I got sick of it, and I was like, me and you outside frickin' when we get off work. And he's like, you got it. I've been waiting for this day. And
what an asshole.
so I went out in the back alley. I didn't take into account his size or reach. I just figured if I could get inside on this guy, I'd take him down and frickin' choke him out. And that's not what ended up happening. I got my ass kicked with my eye swollen shut for 3 days and 11 stitches in my eye. And so I was like, yeah, I'll never fight a dude again.
Yeah, but how proud can that guy have been?
Yeah, did that guy go back in and brag? I kicked her ass.
Did he walk out with like his hands in the air like Rocky style?
Yeah, I did it, guys.
No, I don't know. I got up, I flipped him off, and I drove home, and I couldn't even see. And next thing I know, I was in the hospital. So it wasn't the brightest idea.
What kind of a guy does that to a, like, I don't care if a girl punches me in the face,
problems,
I wouldn't
like,
punch her.
Literally, he has mental problems. Like, I think he seriously suffers from, like, ADD, ADHD, or, whatever. That's not an excuse. He's crazy, and he's a jackass, and that kid's gonna get his one day, I promise.
Do you want me to go kick his ass right now?
Please do.
Where's he at?
I'm pretty sure I know where he lives. That kid's gonna get his ass kicked.
Hey, Ryan just pulled up the tweet of the Sierra Mist can with the dick. That is a huge dick.